What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Joe Freshgoods New Balance collaboration on the Abzorb 2010 in this Bag Lady colorway. This marks the latest collaboration between Joe Freshgoods and New Balance, but for the first time he released two colorways of the Abzorb 2010 silhouette. So this is a relatively new model, but he's giving it his signature Joe Freshgoods twist, giving us two colorways that we've basically never seen before, with a very unique approach from a material standpoint. So these released alongside the Joe Freshgoods website exclusive Hand-Me-Downs colorway, but then following the original release on his website, this colorway released subsequently at other boutiques around the world, and I picked these up on November 21st through Capsule, one of the local boutiques here in Toronto. So these retailed for $180 on the Joe Freshgoods website, and then here in Canada, they retailed for 220 Canadian dollars. The style code for this shoe is U2010JG1. But before we go on any further, I did want to give you guys a look at the packaging or the box that these come with. So this is a very simple, elegant, brown colored cardboard box. We have this debossed crest on the top lid, which has Joe Freshgoods branding on it. And that's pretty much all there is to it. There's some very subtle New Balance branding on here. And then here's a look at the size tag on the front. So as far as the shoe goes, jumping right into the details, the base layer of the shoe, this is crafted out of a beige colored open style mesh. Right beneath this towards the tip of the shoe, we have a reflective 3M layer which is done in that similar beige color. And then overlaid on both sides of the toe box, we have this textured synthetic overlay done in the similar tonal finish. Surrounding the front toe cap, this is where the shoe really stands out in a unique way. So according to the website, they incorporate this boucle material, which in real life has this very fuzzy texture to it, and also looks very distressed and worn in at the same time. So this covers the eyelets of the sneaker as well, and you'll notice throughout there's these little loops, which is where you can hang the charms that come with this shoe, which I'll show you later on in this review. Underneath this, on the mid panel, we have this large New Balance N logo. This is done in a mix of black and tan, and it's also reflective. Moving downwards, we have more of that textured boucle material, along with mesh and that textured synthetic beige material. And this circles around the heel of the shoe as well. Above this, we have this tan colored synthetic nubuck, and then on the top of the heel, it's free of any branding. They kept it a lot more minimal than usual, and there's just another layer of boucle here as well. As far as the laces go, this pair comes with 4 different lace options. So the standard lace that they come with is a flat brown colored lace. They also come with a flat tan colored lace, along with these 2 oversized fuzzy laces, one in more of a cream or light khaki color, and one in a vibrant turquoise color. Underneath this, the tongue is crafted out of mesh on the bottom half. We have a synthetic nubuck towards the top, along with more of that boucle fabric at the very top of the tongue. And again, it's free of any New Balance or Joe Freshgoods branding here. Like I mentioned earlier, this shoe also comes with these charms, which is done in a gunmetal black sort of color. So you can hang these onto the sides of the shoe if you want to. Personally, it's a bit flashy for me. I'm gonna keep them off, but it's dope that they gave you that option anyways. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a khaki colored liner. And then for the insoles, these come with a decently padded foam lined insole. It's finished in a black color on top, and we have a red colored Joe Freshgoods crest pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this chunky Abzorb foam midsole, which is one of New Balance's most used technologies when it comes to a cushioning standpoint. So this midsole is painted in this vintage looking yellowed color, and we also have Abzorb SBS visible on the heel, and this is done in more of an aged yellow color, and this helps with impact protection and shock absorption. And then flipping the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is crafted in a mix of black and red colored rubber. You'll notice how there's a lot of grooves to give you some added flexibility. And in the middle, here we have New Balance's Stability Web technology. This is essentially a plastic or TPU shank plate, and then running down the center of the heel, this is exposed foam featuring New Balance branding. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. For those wondering about how these fit, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10, my true size, and they fit me very comfortably. So I feel like if you have a narrow, normal, or a slightly wide foot, you can go true to size in these. If you have a really wide foot, you may want to consider going up half a size. I could feel the slightest of pressure around both the midfoot area along with the sides of the toe box. Not at all to the point where I want to go up half a size, but if you're someone with a wider foot, then that might cause you more discomfort. So in that case, going up half a size might fit you better. To give you guys a point of comparison, so I went true to size in these, a size 10. I also wear a size 10 in other New Balance silhouettes like the 860 V2, 1906R, 2002R, 1500, and the 991. Whereas I usually go a half size down to a 9.5. In a lot of the made in USA models, I just find that those usually run a bit more roomy. So the 992, 993, most of the 990 series, those models I go a half size down compared to these. Moving on to the comfort, so the 2010 model is a pretty comfortable sneaker. It's more comfortable than I initially expected when I first tried these on. Straight out of the box, the cushioning is quite stacked, so you feel a decent amount of elevation off the ground. They have a nice springiness to them, and there's quite a bit of step-in comfort right out of the box. It's not going to be as firm as like a 1906R I find, but at the same time it's not as soft as like a 9060. And in terms of longevity's sake, I don't know if the foam here is going to be as comfortable and durable as something like a 992 or a 993. But if you're looking for a well-rounded, comfortable sneaker that's not going to break the bank, like if you're paying for made in USA or made in UK prices, I think this is a decent silhouette when it comes to comfort. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, the material quality on this shoe I thought was perfectly fine. They give us a mix of unique materials with this boucle, but then the rest of the materials are just synthetic. So we have meshes, some synthetic nubucks, some textured layers here. Nothing that really reinvented the wheel here, but it is a unique mix of materials, which I appreciate, and that's expected coming from Joe Freshgoods. The overall build and craftsmanship on this shoe I thought was fine. The stitch job was decent, free of any major glue stains. So all in all, I really have no complaints when it comes to this model, and I think New Balance and Joe Freshgoods executed this pretty well. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. When I first saw the pictures of the shoe online, I thought that this was some sort of snakeskin material, which I wasn't a fan of, but realizing that this is not snakeskin and instead it has more of a fuzzy, cozy look to it, that made more sense when it comes to that whole hand-me-down and bag lady aesthetic and storytelling. This shoe gives us something that's unique. It's different than anything we've ever seen, but at the same time, it's not over the top just for the sake of being loud and different. So at the heart of it, it's still a decently wearable colorway. And I gotta say, even though the hand-me-downs colorway is supposed to be the more limited of the two, I really prefer this one a lot more. I think this is a pair that I can see myself wearing because it's still pretty neutral, but at the same time, because of the uniqueness of the materials and how it almost looks aged and vintage, I think it still gives it enough character to make it stand out from any other GR. So leave your thoughts down below. Let me know, what do you guys think about this Joe Freshgoods New Balance Abzorb 2010? Between this one and the other colorway, which of the two do you guys prefer? And did you manage to pick these up as well? Did you take an L, or are you just not a fan of it and it was a straight pass altogether? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link my social media accounts down below for you guys to check out and follow. And as always, thank you for your continued love and support. All the likes, comments, the engagement really keeps this channel going, even though I know I'm not uploading as much as I once did, but life just has a way to keep you busy sometimes. So thank you again. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you all in my next review.